Downtown development begins with the enhancement of its principal entrance corridor. Harrison Street and South Main Street will be upgraded with streetscape improvements to attract people from Route 30A to the city center. The FJ&G Rail Trail, which is a 12-mile-long paved recreational trail running through the center of both Gloversville and Johnstown. It provides safe pedestrian and cycle access to and through both downtowns. We'll see more of this a bit later. In addition to these public improvements, the corridor will be enhanced by 3 significant projects. The first is Parker's Field, which may possibly be Gloversville's biggest hidden gem as America's only authentic field of dreams. It has recently been discovered to be the oldest field in continuous use as a baseball park in the United States. Early 20th century greats like Cy Young and Moonlight Doc Graham played on this field. A $2 million project to upgrade the park and build a scaled-down version of the original grandstands is planned. Once completed, the park will host exhibition games and youth tournament camps all summer, serving as a destination and economic engine for the region. If we build it, they will come. As Harrison Street ends, we turn right onto South Main and continue northward. Streetscape improvements continue with new curbing, sidewalk, and street trees. To the right, you can see the recreational trail as it runs northward through the city. At a point just north of Hill Street, an open lawn extends between South Main Street and the recreational trail. This is the site of the former Independent Leather Company. Plans call for the development of a 3-acre fenced dog park with access from both the recreational trail and South Main Street. On the left side, just a few feet further northward, is Pinebrook, which has been a private golf club for several decades. Its current owners are planning to transform the property into a housing development, adding hundreds of new housing units. It will comprise a variety of housing options, from large single-family units to rentals, accommodating a diverse population. This will increase the city's population, providing a greater customer base for downtown businesses and also broadening the city's tax base. As we approach the center of the city, the Burr Street Development Project will redefine what has up to now been one of the poorest neighborhoods in the city. Gloversville Housing and Neighborhood Improvement Corporation has instituted a three-pronged approach to neighborhood transformation. The first is land banking of vacant and problem parcels to consolidate site control. And the second is acquiring and administering grants to assist low-income homeowners in making needed improvements to their houses. And the third is engaging families to actively participate in neighborhood improvement through community gardening. Through selective demolition and new construction, it will design and create a new high-quality neighborhood with ample green space and a variety of housing options from market-rate single-family houses to affordable rentals, all within easy walking distance to downtown. Here at the heart of the city, several projects are either already underway or planned and imminent. The historic Knox Building is on South Main Street with its first floor already under reconstruction. The long-term plan of its owner, Susan Casey, is to restore the entire 5 floors to full occupancy as a mixed residential-commercial complex. Just across the street from the Knox Building, Mrs. Casey has completed the restoration of all 3 floors of what was formerly Sol's Hardware. It now contains 8 loft-style apartments on the upper floors with retail space on the first floor. Her plans are to add 7 new residential spaces to the rear of the building, with the retail space in front divided into 4 separate stores. Just to the north is the former Kingsborough Hotel. Several years ago, this historic structure was converted into affordable apartments. Omni Development will this year begin a $5 million upgrade of the entire interior of the building, which will enhance the quality of every one of its units. The unimproved parking area at the Four Corners itself will become a versatile public space attractively enhanced with 2 entrance gates, one from each of the abutting streets. The plaza itself would be used for parking most of the time, but would be equipped with water and electricity to give it the capability of accommodating a tent for special events and a screen for outdoor films. The surrounding green space would be re-landscaped, making the whole space an attractive, multi-use public asset. One block to the east is Gloversville's historic public library, built with a grant from Andrew Carnegie in 1904 in a Beaux-Arts style. After years of planning and fundraising, construction will begin this year on a $9 million transformation. Full restoration of all of the unique architectural aspects of the building, along with renovation of all functional aspects, will create a state-of-the-art 21st century educational powerhouse. One block to the west, a former Sears Roebuck department store, is the new home of the Fulton County Center for Regional Growth. In addition to the CRG offices, this extensive facility will house a new downtown development specialist and serve as a physical business incubator with a variety of types of spaces under one roof. The development specialist will market the downtown, write grant applications, and provide networking and mentoring services. It is planned that the CRG will ultimately be endowed with a fund to incentivize business startups and expansions. Back at the center, the northeast corner of the Four Corners intersection is occupied by the home offices of the Chamber of Commerce for both Fulton and Montgomery counties, in an imposing white marble former bank building. Its entrance rotunda serves as an art gallery, occasional music venue, and gathering place for other community events. Just north of the center is the former City National Bank complex, consisting of 4 separate buildings. Its new owner, Scott Hohenforst, is contemplating a new mix of high-end residential, professional office space, and a restaurant or pub, which could serve as an attractive evening destination. Adjacent to City National to the north is Shine Memorial Hall, originally built as an opera house in 1881. It is truly one of the most architecturally significant buildings in the city, built in the Second Empire style, and it houses downtown's principal business anchor and redevelopment engine, Mohawk Harvest Cooperative Market. The market has only been in existence since 2009 and moved to this location in 2011. Since then, it has sourced nearly $1 million worth of food products from local farmers and producers, and has built a growing customer base from the Fulton County region. It now plans an expansion, adding a full bakery with 4 additional full-time jobs. But most importantly, it provides the example of what a high-quality 21st century community would look and feel like. It has attracted a dynamic community of forward-thinking people who have begun to imagine a vibrant, sustainable future. Spin-off initiatives such as Micropolis Gallery, an artists cooperative, which is housed inside the co-op, have formed in its wake. The owner of the building is Shine Memorial Hall, LLC, which was formed by a group of engaged Gloversville citizens who purchased shares in the LLC totaling nearly $500,000. Their purchase of the building in 2011 was inspired by Mohawk Harvest. They have been operating the building in the black since year 1 without borrowing money. They continue restoring this beautiful building through careful investment supplemented by a fair amount of sweat equity. Moving further north, the Glove Theater plans major improvements to the house with new theater seating and restoration of interior walls. Improved heating, ventilation, and air conditioning will make the interior not only beautiful, but comfortable in all seasons. It also plans restoration of the marquee and functional dressing rooms. The former high school at the corner of Main and Prospect is slated for demolition by developers Liberty Enterprises. The construction of a new residential development is planned, but of particular interest is the elegant lawn in front of it, with the imposing bronze sculptures of Lucius Littauer and the Doughboy. This space is perfectly sized and located for creation of an inspiring public plaza capable of serving a variety of uses, either planned or spontaneous. The sculptures would remain and be enhanced by a level plaza a few steps higher than sidewalk level. The overmature trees would be removed, except for 1 or 2, with more attractive plantings to replace them. This corner of North Main Street with Prospect Avenue to the east and Spring Street to the west is significant for the city. Buildings facing Main Street offer potential for additional retail. The Eccentric Club, established in 1901, continues its historic function as a private social club. The post office just to the north serves hundreds of customers every day. Two apartment buildings on the opposite corner were recently purchased by Anthony and Jenny Ceresia. 21 housing units plus 2 storefronts on Main Street. They have already invested hundreds of thousands and are in the final stages of upgrading the interior and exterior of both buildings. The enhancement of this key intersection with a versatile public space will improve the quality of the whole area, increase the vitality of existing businesses, and encourage new ones. The Ceresias have also recently purchased the former Grando headquarters on Bleecker Street, just 2 blocks to the west. They plan to repurpose the former factory into a 32-unit luxury apartment complex. Since this project is adjacent to the Farmers Market Pavilion, it will dovetail perfectly with the city's plans for a new market square with the pavilion at its center. Market Square is bounded on the south by the back of the Bleecker Square Church, which is one of the city's architectural treasures. Currently boarded up and placed on the market for sale by its owners, this 1868 Romanesque structure could be reborn as a commercial space to anchor Market Square to its north and Bleecker Square to its south. It could host auctions, concerts, a winter farmers market, and small rental spaces to serve as a retail incubator. To the east of Market Square, Castelline Park on Main Street will be redesigned and extended to the west to meet Elm Street and connect with Market Square. Market Square and Castelline Park together will form an extended public space with a wide, attractive, and well-lit promenade. This creates an inviting connection to Main Street, making events at the square more relevant to the businesses and attractions on Main Street and the rest of downtown. Market Square will be further connected westward, directly to the front entrance of City Hall and beyond to Trail Station Park and the FG&J Rail Trail by a tree-lined walkway and bikeway through the center of the parking lot at what was once called Midtown Plaza. A new bridge and dedicated bike lane will make cycling to downtown from the 12-mile-long recreational trail convenient and safe. Just to the south of this walkway, at the corner of Bleecker and Church Streets, a skate park will be built. This location will connect it to the recreational trail while making it part of downtown's energy. On the westerly margin of the skate park, a structure will be built to house concessions serving the users of the park. This positioning also opens the door to future expansion of public recreational facilities close to downtown. All of these projects will create a thriving, walkable, high-quality downtown, full of interesting places and events. No electricity, no heavy machinery, no sophisticated equipment. They built a thriving industrial city of 25,000 people in the late 19th and early 20th century. But today, what the old people remember, the young people are searching for. With our resources and technology, surely we can rebuild a 21st century city out of the architectural heritage that they left us.